what do she bring to the table? The hell you mean, man? What do your ass bring to the table? You got a woman that can come to the table that can make another you. What else she need to slide up to the table with? What about your job? What happened to men who were supposed to be responsible? Do you know that it's our job to take care of a woman and some children, to have a family? That's our damn job.
But what happens to when the woman tell you, I don't need a man, Steve?
Well, they need to, what? Okay, if you don't, how that's working?
Right. If being an elder man has afforded you the experience to be able to tell somebody else this is the way it should be done, then you should be able to do that. Not that your life ends up or looks beautiful, because if you want to just know the truth about it, the fact that Marjorie had committed so many fouls in her youth or whatever, in her younger life, Steve got exactly what he deserved because he created a lot of fouls too. He did a lot of things he had no business doing. I mean, he even goes through it. He says it. He accounts for it. He says the first wife, I should have never been married to that woman. I ain't know nothing about taking care of kids. He said the second one, he said took everything he got. He also said something about he put a what you call it? He put a departure and arrival sign in his apartment because he was going to be running the women up and through. So he's already told you that he has committed many fouls. But this is one thing I know to be true. This is me talking for him, y'all. One thing I know to be true, and that's what he's sharing. I'm not saying that it is true. I'm asking you, based on what he said, his opinion is for men. He said these men, these young guys now are getting it wrong. I'm asking you, what do you think about that? Because we know our women are not operating in order. We know that. I mean, I'm talking to women every day, but these are two men talking. So dealing with what he said, let's deal with that. What do you have to say with what he said about young men are getting it wrong? We men are supposed to be here to take care. What happened to the man that used to take care of the woman and the child, the wife and the child? What she bringing to the table? Right. What do you think about that?
I don't like it, because let me tell you why. Because he said something. He's minimalizing women. He's saying what they got to bring to the table. All they got to bring to the table is the fact that they can create another you. Just because a woman can have a baby, that gives her that's what she can bring to me. The only thing she can bring to me is children, because that's exactly what he said. He said, why does she have to bring anything to the table? What she's bringing to the table is that she can create another you. And if I was a woman, because they coming, well, so all women good for is just having babies and being barefoot and pregnant? That's what's coming. I ain't saying it, but I know it's coming. But that's what he just said. So I'm like, I don't agree with that. Then he said, young men today, they need to get their mindsets right. They need to think in a mind. But okay, but Steve, the world has changed since you got married 3 times.
Silly. But Black man, do you think, okay, for one, we understand that when we speak, we're speaking in generalities, but we're not talking about all women.
Right.
We already know that there's a whole group of women out there that are very liberated and they do what they want to do and they're not even interested in being married.
Right.
Now, what Steve did not say, and I don't know how he would have formed it, but when he says this woman can bring a whole another one of you to the table, do you think he's speaking about her femininity?
I think he is speaking about her femininity, but he's putting it in a box, because he didn't, other than having kids, he didn't say anything else of value. He just said the only thing that she's able to do is bring a baby. That's exactly what he didn't add anything else. He said all she have to do is bring the fact that she can create another you. That's it. That's all he said.
Yeah, I was feeling like he should have said more, but I also felt like he was referencing job, because because the opposite when Shannon said to him, but I'm independent. And his response to being independent, he said, what do you mean you independent? What is that? He fought back against that, meaning a woman, you silly if you would be out here saying you're independent. You need a man. We need a woman. You get what I'm saying? Right. So I kind of got a feeling myself that he was just speaking of money or occupational, like that. Not so much as in femininity. That definitely should have been more said. But you already married, might not be a good question to you, but what would a woman need to bring to the table for a man, a traditional man, in these days and time, besides her femininity and the ability to, you know, create legacy for this man? What else would she need to bring?